Howdy, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of Effed Up Friday. So, I'm going to have to throw a variable in here. When I initially thought of this whole Effed Up Friday thing, I kind of intended it to be more than anything kind of a troll, to pick something out, maybe the boogeyman of the week or what have you. To pick something out and to talk about it, kind of make light of it, have fun with it, just whatever. But I was sitting there thinking today, I ran across a headline that came out, and I thought, you know what? That would really be a good thing to discuss on Effed Up Friday, because it's something that I've talked about multiple times before, and here in the news is the dead perfect example of what I've been saying. So, the variable for Effed Up Friday is it will always be some form of a conspiracy, but sometimes it's going to be a troll episode, and other times it's going to be a little more serious. So, last one, the first episode, was definitely a troll. This one's going to be a little more serious, and wherever next Friday takes us, it takes us. So, I have often said, one of the I guess, quotes that bothered me the most from any president would have been George Bush Sr. And it was when he said, any number of the times he said it, we have to better compete in the global economy. Now, I've mentioned this before. Some of you probably remember. When you look at that, and you look at the world stage, and you realize that there are children working for slave wages, some of them even sleeping at the factories that they work at. When you understand that there are companies out there in nations that are producing products like that, you come to the realization that the only way that you can compete with that is to lower your standard of living. So no matter what, if you're talking about trying to compete on a global scale, you have to be the lowest bidder if you want to compete. So we have to get rid of any notions of us owning stuff or being able to get ahead in life, so we can better compete in the global economy. Those words have scared the hell out of me since he initially said them. Yes, as a kid, I heard those words and knew what they meant. Crazy, huh? Well, we've been watching that unfold for the last 30 years. And I want to bring your attention to an article that came out from RT today. And I'll leave, of course, the link in the description and first comment. UK living standards drop to the lowest on record. Says here Britons are facing the biggest decline in living standards since records began in the 1950s, and the highest taxes since the World War II, as the economy grinds to a halt this year, the Office of Budget Responsibility reported on Wednesday. According to the report, real household disposable income, a measure of real living standards, will drop by 5.7% over the financial years 2022 to 2023 and 2023 to 2024. While this is 1.4 percentage points less than forecast in November, it would still be the largest two-year fall since records began in the 1956-57, the report said. 5.7% is substantial. A surge in energy and consumer goods prices triggered inflation, which currently stands above nominal wages and has led to a historic fall in disposable incomes, the OBR noted, adding that this means that real living standards are still 0.4% lower than their pre-pandemic levels. According to the forecast, living standards will not return to pre-pandemic levels until 2028, and the tax burden remains on course to be the highest since the Second World War. So they're saying, best case scenario, we're not going to go back to the way things were as far as the standard of living before COVID. Earliest possible chance, best case scenario, 2028. I would recommend you not hold your breath, because I don't think anyone living today is ever going to see pre-pandemic levels of living. I think that ship's long sailed. And I don't mean to be the Debbie Downer, but I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you either. This is exactly what George Bush Sr. wanted. And it's exactly what every president since him, and I said every president since then, has pushed further towards. Trump pulled us back a little bit, but not nearly enough. And he wouldn't, I guarantee you, he wouldn't have pulled us back enough had he had time and all that. Folks need to understand what bullshit is. They really do. And if it involves anything political, you might as well just slap that bullshit tag on it right from the top and be done with it. So anyway, this is what I've been talking about. You know, better competing in the global economy. Shalom.